All right, so we're on to Zuppa Toscana. And so I've made a modification or two for this soup. We rarely eat, like, let's see, salad, breadsticks, soup, tour of Italy, tiramisu, right? And then the tour of Italy has 3 courses. We don't really normally eat that much, so I'm not gonna make, I'll probably be making soup for more like 4 people instead of 5. And so that being said, I've abbreviated the ingredients a little bit. You're supposed to use 3 to 4 potatoes. I used 1 large russet. I cut it in half and then cut it into moon shapes. So like, I think this is gonna be more than enough potato. And then we don't eat kale in this house. It's a waste of money to buy it, but we do eat broccoli, and broccoli is a good substitute. So I've taken all of the florets off of 1 small head of broccoli. This is about 2 cups. We've got 1 small onion, about 4 cloves of garlic, 4 rashers of bacon, and then a half a pound of Italian sausage. Then we have like, this is probably 6 cups of chicken broth. We're gonna maybe fortify it a little bit with this chicken powder. We've got optional ingredients are oregano and basil, grated Parmesan cheese, and crushed red pepper flakes. What's not optional is the star ingredient, 2 cups of heavy cream. I'm excited. I've never made Zuppa Toscana before. Hope you enjoy it. To begin, we're not going to use any fat. We're going to render the fat from this bacon. There we go. Let's see. It's a timer for something else. So I'm going to go ahead and render this bacon and the fat, and then go on to the next step. This bacon's done to my satisfaction, so I'm going to go ahead and add in the onions, the sausage, and the garlic. Going to turn the heat down a little bit. It's smoking. I left the bacon in the pan. Some of it's kind of stuck together. I'm going to cut that apart. So we're going to brown this. I'm going to go ahead and add some herbs. Usual suspect. Some oregano, not a lot. Some basil. Salt. Pepper. Red pepper flakes. There we go. Keep breaking up this sausage. I didn't include a lot. As I said before, I'm sort of abbreviating this this recipe. Now, if you don't find that your meat's breaking up well enough, you can always dirty another utensil and use a potato smasher to get this sausage into acceptable pieces. Sausage really doesn't take that much to take that long to cook. this pan here is a funny story. Back when we were preparing to get married, Chris had already moved to California, and he was starting to buy stuff for the kitchen. And he told me that he bought these copper pots that he saw, you know, at Walmart, and they were advertised on TV. I was furious. I absolutely did not want these pots. We only just recently got rid of the frying pan, but this thing has come in clutch so many times, and without it, you wouldn't be able to watch me make this dish. So good on you, Chris. So we got broccoli florets. I'm gonna dump that in there. Cut up the rest of this broccoli a little bit better. I mean, not broccoli. This is not broccoli. This is bacon. There we go. All in all, this soup comes together really, really, really fast. I'm gonna let this this broccoli wilt, and I'll be right back. So the broccoli's wilted a little bit. We're gonna add the potatoes. Gonna add a little salt. I'm sorry I keep banging the spoons on the pan, y'all. I really need to break myself of that habit. Okay. So we're not gonna wait for these potatoes to soften. Oh, that was salt. Potatoes can take a lot of salt, so they can soak up a lot of salt. So now, just to see, this is a 4-cup measure. I'm gonna pour this chicken broth in here just to see. Okay. So we're not gonna make 4 cups. So what I'm gonna do is amend this with water and this chicken broth powder. So here comes in, this is 4 cups of homemade chicken stock. And then I'm gonna add, off camera, 2 cups of water. You know what, we're just gonna go with it. 1 teaspoon for 2 cups, there we go. This is not gonna dissolve in cold water. We're just gonna mix it around, throw it in. We're gonna bring this to a simmer for about 20 minutes. And then we'll add in the heavy cream. Okay, I moved the angle in a little bit. It's been about 20 minutes, actually about 15. I'm gonna turn this down. Gotta be careful about heavy cream. So this is a pint of heavy cream, or 2 cups. And put it in here. Stir it around. What we're gonna do is, I know the potatoes aren't done, that's fine. I'm gonna reheat this tomorrow. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna taste it for salt and pepper. And then I'm gonna bring this to room temperature. And what I've decided, and I'll include it in the title, and I'll also include ingredient cards for both of these. I'm gonna go ahead, since I'm playing in heavy cream, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to make the Alfredo sauce too in the same video. I'll try my best to distinguish it. So let's give this a taste and see if we're looking for salt and pepper. Good. Could use more cream. So a little on the thin side. So tomorrow, when I heat this up, I might include a thickener, which will be like a roux. So that's like flour and butter with a little bit of milk. to thicken it up. It's pretty good though. You know what? Let's gild the lily. Let's put the last. So, not on the recipe. We put in 4 cups of heavy cream altogether. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this to room temperature. And then I'm going to store it. I might want to simmer it a minute. Simmer it a minute. Just so I know everything's the right temperature when we start bringing it down. And then I'm going to cool this to room temperature and put it in the fridge. So now we're going to start the Alfredo sauce. This is 1 cup of butter. I have this pan on pretty low. There we go. So we're going to let that melt. So my instructions are to let this butter melt, and then we're going to add 2 cups of heavy cream. We'll see about that. Right here I have a quart. So this should be 4 cups of heavy cream. I'm going to reserve the right to use more than 2 cups if I want to. We have 3 or 4 cloves of garlic and 2 cups of Parmesan cheese. So the object here is to melt this butter, and then we're going to pour the heavy cream in and let it come to a simmer. So I just added the heavy cream, and you can see it's all collected, all the butter's collected all on top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and whisk this, and you want to keep friends with it. So I added the 2 cups of heavy cream, probably closer to 2 1/4 cups. I just sort of eyeballed it. And I'm just going to continue to stir this until it starts to simmer. Okay, it took about 2.5 minutes on medium heat. I didn't go above medium heat. And it's starting to get the ever so slightly just bubbles around the outside. I wish you could see it. We'll have to work on these camera skills, y'all. So yeah, it's starting to boil. So just to recap, we've got a cup of butter, over 2-ish cups of heavy cream, 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, and now here comes the fun part. You want to, I need to take this out. Can I take it out? Yeah, cool. While it bubbles, you want to slowly incorporate the grated Parmesan. And grating the grated Parmesan, you have to grate it. You can't use like flaked Parmesan, or don't use the stuff in the green box. Add the Parmesan gradually. It prevents lumping, and it ensures that the Parmesan is like 100% incorporated and melts properly into the sauce. Okay, we only made it, let's turn the heat off because you can see it's boiling now. We only made it 2 minutes. I wanted to stop the cooking so it doesn't burn and it doesn't separate. It's a pretty good thick consistency. I want to show you. Coats the back of a spoon, and I can do this. And it doesn't run into each other. Let's give it a taste. Oh. Deep, rich Parmesan-y flavor. Good garlic, good nut, doesn't need any salt. Don't put any black pepper in this because you want it to be white. I'm not even going to put white pepper in. I think it's fine the way it is. So, what have we here? We've got Zuppa Toscana here. Looks pretty authentic. I mean, if you don't count the fact that there's no kale, it's broccoli. and then Alfredo sauce. So what I'm going to do is let this Alfredo sauce come to room temperature, and I'm going to put it in the fridge for tomorrow. Put it in the fridge for tomorrow. We are, I'd say, past halfway today. We still have to make tiramisu, but I'm having a ball, y'all. See you at tiramisu.